everyone, welcome to chemistry class. Do you remember which all the things we have studied in our previous classes?
We have learned the reaction of metals and nonmetals with water, oxygen, bases and acids.
Very good, Sana. Can you recall the reaction between copper sulfate and iron that you have studied in class 7? Yes? So, let us observe some more reactions of the same type.
Take 500 ml beakers and take 20 ml water in each beaker and mark them 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Add copper sulfate in 1 and 2 and zinc sulfate in 3 and 5 and iron sulfate in 4. After, we have to add iron nails in 2 and 5, copper turnings in 3 and 4 and zinc granules in beaker 1. Observe it carefully. What changes do you observe in the various beakers? We can see that color is changing in beaker 1 and 2. There is no change in 3, 4 and 5. In beaker 1, we took copper sulfate and we added zinc. Zinc is more reactive than copper. So, zinc displaces copper from the copper sulfate and form zinc sulfate and copper deposited at the bottom. In beaker B, we took copper sulfate and we added iron. This iron is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from the copper sulfate and form iron sulfate and copper deposited at the bottom. Actually, this reaction is called displacement reaction. Observe the beakers 3, 4 and 5. We cannot see any change in these beakers because here displacement reaction is not possible. Only a more reactive metal can replace a less reactive metal from its solution. That is why in these beakers we cannot see any reaction. Consider beaker 3, we added iron. This iron is less reactive than zinc. So, there is no reaction take place. Next, beaker 4, we added copper. This copper is less reactive than iron. So, here also we cannot see any reaction. And the fifth one, we added copper in zinc sulfate. Here also copper is less reactive than zinc. So, here also we cannot see any reaction and any color change. So, what is displacement reaction? A more reactive metal can replace a less reactive metal from its salt solution. This is called displacement reaction. For example, copper sulfate plus zinc. That means we have to take copper sulfate solution and we have to add zinc in copper sulfate solution. Here, this zinc is more reactive than copper. So, it can easily replace copper from the copper sulfate solution and form zinc sulfate plus copper. This copper is reddish color and it will deposit at the bottom of the beaker.
Next, we can discuss uses of metals.
The first metal, iron. Do you know what are the uses of metals? It's very simple, isn't it? It is used for making pin, nails, nuts, bolts, tools, machines, construction of buildings, bridges, etc. Aluminium, it is used for making utensils, wires, furniture, parts of aircrafts, vehicles, machines for packing food and medicines, etc. Copper, it is used for making wires, vessels, electric gadgets, etc. Gold, it is used for making jewelry, coins, medals, etc. Silver, it is used for making jewelry, coins, medals, etc. Platinum, it is used for making jewelry, electric gadgets, plugs in vehicles, etc. Sodium, compounds are used as common salt, chemicals, etc. Calcium, compounds are used for making cement, glass, etc. These are the uses of some metals. Now we can discuss uses of non-metals. The first one, sulfur. Sulfur is a non-metal. It is used for making sulfuric acid, salts of metals, etc. Okay. Oxygen. Oxygen is a non-metal. I think all of you know what is the use of oxygen. It is used for respiration by living things, burning of fuels, etc. Then the next non-metal is nitrogen. Nitrogen is used for making ammonia. What is ammonia? Do you know what is ammonia? Ammonia is used for making fertilizer. Then next non-metal is hydrogen. Hydrogen is used for making ammonia, which is used for making fertilizers, and as a fuel in rockets and for welding. Then next non-metal, chlorine. Chlorine is used to kill germs in water as in the form of bleaching powder. Then the next one, iodine. Iodine is used as tincture iodine, which is an antiseptic. So these are the uses of some common nonmetals.